me, being black is being proud of who I am and accepting who I am and making the best of it and not letting like any set standard or idea or description of being black define me, and being able to define myself and kind of have my own definition of what it means to be black.
Like, you can automatically connect to any other person that's African American. It's like you share history, culture, like you have a lot of things in common. It's like being African American is important. I feel like we're just a strong, huge group of people.
Like, when I hear people talking about a black person or black people, you know, obviously it's a very oppressed group of people that have been greatly mistreated by, you know, their government or their society for eons and centuries. And it's also a group that I feel is extremely empowered by themselves, and also I find them empowering as a, you know, just as a person of color or just as a human being, because, you know, they've offered so much culture and richness to our society that I don't think anything or the way that we really perceive day-to-day life would be the same without their presence.
I don't know. I think it's like a powerful and like beautiful thing to be black. Like, I love being black despite all the like marginalization in America and like all the discrimination that we face as a people. Like, I love being black, and like I wouldn't ever want to be like another race. But yeah.
Black means strength and versatility, because I feel like black people are capable of so much, even though we've been like underestimated and slept on for so many years and oppressed for so many years, and to an extent still oppressed. We still find a way to motivate ourselves and move forward, and like not focus on what holds us back, but what makes us different.
I first joined Black Student Union because it was a new idea, something completely fresh to Lamont, and I felt like our voices needed to be heard. We needed to discuss everything that we don't discuss now. And I keep going because I love all of you guys, and the conversations are really, really stimulating, just really good, and we discuss everything that nobody else in Lamont seems to want to discuss.
I joined BSU, and I keep going to BSU because I like the authentic conversation inspired in it. I like how we are uncensored in what we talk about, and we have a safe space, and issues that aren't addressed in school as much are addressed there, and we have a good time together.
Like, Black Student Union is a space for us to learn, for us to obtain information, for us to give information to others, and it's a place where we laugh. We have like a new group where we can feel comfortable, in a space that it was not always okay to be black. So
I joined Black Student Union because all these topics that we discuss in it is always like little conversations that I have with my friends, and not like on a bigger scale. And I feel like we're talking about a lot of things that we're thinking but we never really acknowledge, and it's nice to like have that kind of like acknowledgement.
I joined because I wanted to expand my horizons and learn more about the black culture, because obviously I'm white and I don't really know that much about black culture. So being with all these amazing people in one room talking is a really cool experience, and that's why I come back every week.
The Black Student Union is important to me because I feel like even though we've made a lot of progress in society, I still feel like there's a lot of boundaries and kind of stereotypes that we still haven't overcome, and I think it's a big problem, and it's not gone away, it's just disguised, and I feel like we need to draw attention to it so that we can make a difference.
The influential black person to me is Michelle Obama, because she's amazing. As the First Lady, she's taken a lot of initiative to do projects like Let's Move and like get kids healthier, and she's taking great care of her daughters, and you know, she's just overall she's doing her thing.
An influential black person to me is Oprah Winfrey, because she inspires me to be more and do more.
The people who started the Black Student Union are the people who we look up to, because they could see this aspect of their lives they were feeling that they were lacking a voice or they were lacking representation, and they are open to like talk about issues that affect them and affect like our society in an open way and in a brave way, because sometimes we don't talk about these things because we are afraid to talk about them. And I think that like this initiative of not being afraid to talk about these things is completely noble, and it's great.
Okay, so I get really mad when injustices happen to marginalized groups, not only because I'm a minority, but also because it's just not right. Like, if somebody's being marginalized or somebody's being not respected in the way that they should be respected, because everybody on this earth is a human being, and everybody should be treated like a human being, regardless of what gender they are, what race they are, what sexual orientation they are, if they're trans, if they're cisgender, like, it doesn't matter.
Even, it's insane that there's so many progressive people and things have gotten so much better, but there's still some crazy people out there who think injustice and discrimination is okay.
There's no reaction. I mean, black people and other minorities have been going through oppression and struggles and obstacles throughout our whole lives. And I mean, there's no reaction. It's kind of a norm now because we're so used to it. But I'm glad that there's like Black Lives Matter, Beyonce stepping up, Kendrick Lamar. Like, I'm glad these celebrities and influential people in America right now are, doing something.
Hate crimes to me really, I find, are extremely disappointing because, I understand how some people may not be educated, so they might once in a while say something that they probably either don't really mean or they don't realize that it's hurting a group of people. But to physically cause pain to another human being based on, what sort of group of people they're from, I find it's extremely disheartening. It also makes me scared for my friends, family, and for myself, who could eventually be the target of hate crimes because of just who we are as people.
They're just looking for people to put their hate on, right? So like, when you have these labels and you begin to differentiate people from one another, and you attack groups, you're attacking groups not because those groups are doing something bad, but because you as a person are not completing your role as being a human being.
Affect me because I myself am a minority, and they affect the world because it shows what our values are as people. They show that we still have problems considering race, gender, and things like that. And those conflicts that are there show that they are still relevant, and things need to be done about them, even though they have gotten better from the past. And in BSU, talking about them brings more awareness to them, and with awareness we can start to make a change.
Sparring is training, chain snatching the slaves, but a rap song is a match in a cave. Dim lit, wet wick, wicked wrath in its way. Drunk off a light, lies laughing, claiming asylum while shying in shade. I can't stay silent, I go violent when my